So if you're watching this video, you've experienced bloat before. I have, I still do sometimes. I'm not as bloated overall as I used to be though, because I follow these tips that I'm going to share with you in this video. Now keep in mind, I don't think it's possible to never ever get bloated. Sometimes you're just bloated because it's that time of the month, or maybe you ate too much food, or you ate the wrong thing. But if you're super mindful and you follow my tips, then bloating doesn't have to happen so often. If you think you might be experiencing something more serious behind the bloat, make sure you speak to a doctor and/or a nutritionist about that. This advice is not meant to stand in for professional medical advice. I'm just sharing with you what has worked for me, and hopefully you can use it as well. And if you go to the doctor, more than likely these tips are still going to be helpful for you. First and foremost, I think it's very important to look at your digestion and your elimination. If you're having overall digestive issues, or if you're not going to the bathroom, number 2, at least once a day, then that is the primary thing that you want to start working on. So in order to improve your digestion, it can be as simple as eating a whole food, plant-based diet. You guys know I'm vegan. Becoming vegan was transformative for me in so many ways, but especially for my digestion and my elimination. I used to be constipated. I used to have all sorts of indigestion and heartburn and bloating every single day until I gave up dairy and I became vegan, and those issues went away. Now I still do get bloated sometimes, like I said, but overall giving up dairy and eating a whole food vegan diet, so avoiding processed things as much as possible, making sure I have good sources of fiber with every meal, that has greatly improved my overall digestion, improved my elimination, no more constipation, and thus really helped me deal with bloating. I highly recommend eating fiber with every meal. If you're eating a whole food vegan diet, that's just going to happen automatically. Fiber is in everything from beans and whole grains and nuts and seeds, vegetables, fruit. Just eat that stuff. You're going to feel better overall. You're going to have more energy and your belly will be a lot flatter. Also, it's important to think about the healthy gut bacteria. To maintain healthy gut bacteria, it is as simple as eating a whole food vegan diet or plant-based diet. It just helps to maintain a healthy environment for good bacteria to flourish so that it can make sure that you don't get bloated and that you're eliminating and that you're breaking down the foods that you eat in a easy, efficient, proper way. I don't necessarily recommend everybody take a probiotic, but if you're just coming to this from a standard American diet and your gut is all messed up, then I would recommend taking a probiotic because it can help to restart the healthy gut bacteria environment and help you feel better sooner. So I don't really have too many recommendations about brands. You can speak to your doctor or a pharmacist about finding the right probiotic for you. The second thing I highly recommend is to keep a food journal. Food journaling just helps you keep track of what you're eating. So if there's a food that you've been eating that's been causing sensitivities and causing bloat, then you're not going to know about it unless you're paying attention. And keeping a food journal is a great way for you to recognize patterns. When you keep your food journal, make sure you write down all the liquids you consume, all the foods you eat, the snacks, everything. And then you will start to notice a pattern, and hopefully you can eliminate those foods or eat them in different combinations or different times a day, whatever works for you, and just be happier and less bloated. Number 3, food combining does matter. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's just pseudoscience, it's not true. There might not be too much science, like scientific study around it, but from experience, I can tell you that it does matter. Especially when I was pregnant, I noticed that if I ate fruit too close to a cooked meal, so just raw fruit, whatever it might be, then I was gonna be extremely bloated. So I got into the habit of eating fresh fruit earlier in the day, even before I had anything cooked. So still to this day, when I wake up, I have a big, nice, fresh bowl of fruit. I eat that, and then I wait a little, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, before I have my actual cooked food. That's important because fruit digests quickly. And if you eat fruit after you've eaten cooked food that takes a longer time to digest, then that fruit can actually ferment in your gut and just cause bloating, discomfort, all those things. Fruit is really helpful and really healthy, but you want to eat it in the right time. Try it. I mean, it might not help you, but I can tell you from experience, eating fruit before my cooked food certainly helped me. Number 4, spices. Make sure you have these spices on hand and eat them every day. They're super great for helping with bloat. So the first thing, cumin seeds. Who'd have guessed cumin seeds that are in Indian cooking and Mexican cooking are so great for bloat. They are so helpful for helping you maintain healthy digestion, helping you break down your food after a meal. And you can even just cook with them. So you don't have to have like cumin tea or crushed up cumin seeds after a meal. Just cook with more cumin. It makes your food more delicious and it makes it easier to digest. Also, coriander seed. I love coriander seed. I usually cook them whole because I like when I crunch and I bite on them and they crunch and just like a flavor release. They're so great for digestion as well. Also great for Indian cooking. I will link some recipes with cumin seeds and coriander seeds down below because they're delicious and they help you have a flat tummy, so that's great. Also peppermint. Peppermint tea is wonderful to drink after you've had a meal. You can have it hot or cold, whatever. It helps to break down your food. It helps to eliminate bloat. Ginger is probably the most popular spice for bloat and digestion. I love adding ginger to food as well, but also a nice ginger tea after a meal is so refreshing and it just helps you digest. So have more ginger. You could also do like ginger turmeric lattes. You can do ginger candies after a meal. Ginger all the time. You can just chew on fresh ginger. Whatever works for you, do it. And the last thing that I love after a meal are fennel seeds. Actually, to be honest, I use fennel seeds when I'm cooking all the time. So fennel seeds are great. When you leave an Indian restaurant, you might recognize that little bowl. It's little candies in the bowl, little teeny tiny candies. Those are candied fennel seeds because they're so great for digestion. And you're meant to take a little scoop, pop it in your mouth after you've had your meal, and it helps break down the meal and helps you not be bloated and just be happier after your meal. Because I know how upset bloat can make a sister. I mean, it sure did make me really unhappy, so. And the final thing, so important, so make sure you take this one serious, exercise. You have to exercise, you guys. Exercise is so crucial for overall health, just as eating a healthy diet is, but also for your digestion. It gets things moving, keeps things moving. Also, you want to work on the strength of your core because you need those muscles to keep everything in. If you don't have strong core muscles, I mean, stuff is going to hang out. I know this firsthand because I just had a baby and my core is not nearly as strong as it was before. And so I'm working on my core, trying to get it stronger just so that my resting core is not just like out, but it's nice and tight, holding everything in, making sure that I don't look bloated. Even if I'm actually not gassy, I don't want to look bloated. So exercise. It's wonderful for your overall digestion, bloat. Make sure every single day you can get in at least 30 minutes of activity. It doesn't have to be going to the gym and pumping weights. It can be just as simple as going for a nice brisk walk outside, or doing crunches, or holding some plank, or doing HIIT workout. High intensity interval training is wonderful for health and bloating because it's super fast, it's cardiovascular, it really keeps things moving, you use all your muscles. It's great. So give that a try. Okay guys, so those are my 5 secrets to getting rid of bloat. Give them a try. Let me know how they worked out for you. Like I said, I haven't been bloated recently, but I definitely am working on the core, trying to get my belly tighter, and so I don't look like I'm 2 months, 3 months, 4 months pregnant all the time. If you're dealing with like your belly sticking out and being annoyed by that, I totally understand. I do know what bloating is like. I'm with you 100%. I'm gonna be exercising more. Hopefully you're gonna be eating healthier, utilizing all those spices that I mentioned, and hopefully they really help you. If you guys have any other tips for eliminating bloat, share them in the comment section below. These are just really fast, 5 things that are just crucial, but they're not everything. So make sure you read the comments if you need more advice, and if you have more advice to share it down below. Let me know if you guys want to see some recipes to help eliminate bloat also. I mentioned all those wonderful spices. I can show you how to use them in more recipes if you want. So if you want that, leave a thumbs up on this video. Also, make sure you're already subscribed to my channel. If you want to support Sweet Potato Soul more, make sure you share this video with a friend. Okay, see you next time. Bye.